Yes.
We're about to welcome two beauties to the stage who are amazing hard workers. One in the real estate game, one is the owner of Big Jib Productions. And we have a show coming on we're going to learn all about. Put your hands together for Donnie Love and Tiffany Butt. What's up? Good. What do you got time, my son? Sit down, guys, please. Well, guys, it's so great to have you back on the show. Donnie, for starters. Tiffany, first time hanging out with you on this stage.
Is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to be here, I gotta
I
say.
love it.
It's gonna be a fast-moving little segment now, so we're gonna make the most of it. And I want to start off talking about the fact that obviously we have Open House NL Season 2, about to hit the grill, and it's gonna be really exciting to watch what goes on behind the scenes of the fast-track real estate development game that we're lucky enough to see a window into the life of you guys here. But first, I gotta ask you, what is it like having cameras follow you around forever?
Was it a year?
It was a year, yeah.
So, I guess it may have been a challenge for Donnie to get us all together and challenge with our schedules and stuff, but I just went with flow and kind of enjoyed it, and it wasn't a struggle at all.
No, it's pretty natural flowing TV series, so we just capture her in her everyday life.
So, and talk about that. I mean, Realtor, which is a 24-hour-a-day reality.
Can be.
It's 13th-hour madness, and I know from house sales and purchases in the past, I mean, it's like people are getting a hold of you, I'm sure, all day, every day, trying to facilitate house sales. That must be an adventure unto itself. But also, being the mom of two kids, how do you balance all that out?
I don't know, I've got a pretty good grip on it. I'm very organized and I'm very efficient with my time. So,
that's good.
My clients are all amazing. They're excellent to work with. They have a lot of respect for me as a professional and as a human. So I'm treated very well by my clients.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a breeze. I
How
really
long
love
have
it.
you been doing that, Jeff? How many
10 years.
10 years.
This year.
Boom. Well, isn't it fitting that on your 10-year anniversary of being a real estate agent and a developer and helping to promote different sort of construction ideas and such, that you are actually going to be on TV talking about your life as a realtor?
A starless on TV.
A star is born.
I know.
It's
crazy.
I know, it is crazy. How many episodes are we going to see?
It's 6, and this is season 2. Season 1 was really successful, so we said we'd do it again.
Right.
Last year was a day in the life. This is like a year in the life, because we follow them around, but all the agents have different genres of work that they do. Like Tiffany does a real estate agent, but she's also into new home construction, and she's a mother, and so it's like, but her clients are like her family as well, so we get to see that. And then Nevin is doing groundbreaking townhomes developments, so that's really cool to see. And Wayne Hanlon is the owner of Hanlon Realty, and he is making this huge, super big new office building, state-of-the-art. So it's interesting. So we get to see everyone.
That's
doing
cool.
different things.
I'll turn it over to you, Donnie, for a little bit of a deeper dig. I mean, clearly, Donnie Love, the infamous Donnie Gooby from so many front of the camera productions, George Street TV and Flower Hill, and all the things that you've done leading up to this National Comedy Network TV show in the past. And then here you go behind the camera. Talk about that transition.
Well, I wanted to diversify myself. It's really hard to get an acting gig. It's really hard, and so this way I put my skills that I learned over the 15 years of doing productions into producing it and getting it together, and our relationships with the networks were there. So so I just I got an MBA in it from being around it.
Masters.
Master, got everything.
Yes, you got a master. Put on the wall. So I'll turn it back to Open House NL in Season 2. What did you find were some of the most magical moments of the time that you spent creating the content and following around these busy guns?
The magical moments.
I think my Nan made you cry.
Yeah, her and Ann had some really touching stories. We were actually, we were all teared up. Yeah, which is really nice. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, just everyone. They're just sweet people, and everyone was great to work with, and I don't know. We're all doing the same thing in different situations. So, but it was nice just to follow them around, seeing what they do, and how they hold it all together, and how they diversify for the economic terms, and it's all kinds of cool stuff.
That's amazing. Tiffany, what was the one experience in the show that you sort of didn't expect? What are you walking away with that you didn't expect to have now that the filming is done?
Oh my gosh. I just kind of went with it. I was at a turning point in my life because I had just, gone through some heavy stuff, and Donnie kind of approached me and said, would you like to be on this show? And I thought it was kind of perfect timing, to get my brand exposed again and kind of give it a facelift and give some new energy to it.
Right.
So, I don't know. I feel like this is my 10th year, and I've learned so much. I've experienced some highs, I've experienced some lows, and
You'll see it all.
Well, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all curtain creeping on, seeing every show that goes down. I'm really pumped. And when it comes to Nevin and Wayne as well, surely they were able to give you some content and some storytelling that you weren't expecting to see. I'm really excited to see those guys in business too.
Yeah, Nevin's
cool.
a boss.
Oh, he's a boss.
Wayne's a boss.
He's a boss.
Tiffany's a boss. Yeah, it's like...
What's the process, honey, you go through when it comes to finding the agents who can deliver some exciting content, who will give you that access to the behind the curtain of their lives?
And
how does
for
that happen?
them to trust
Yes.
me is the big thing.
That's true.
You just call, 700 people and
Yeah.
and 3 will say yes.
Yes, if only it was that easy.
Yeah. No, I don't know. People have to be in the right. It just always comes together magically.
It's true.
Really, people have to be in the right mind frame, in their, head-to-head game, head space at the time.
Right.
And, yeah. So it just usually comes together, and yeah.
So
because
exciting.
it's a big commitment. It's a year of a camera following you around.
Oh, it can get pretty surreal, I'm sure.
And yeah.
And hilarious. There was we did one episode where I was like at home, and like the dog was just running around being crazy, and the kids are just out of school, and it was
and the house was just
on
put
wheels.
together. Yeah.
Real life stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the phone calls coming in, and
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to tune in. I'll tell you what, Donnie, from Big Jib Productions and all the shows that you do and are a part of and behind the scenes of, it's really great that we got someone like you, a content creator, who's helping to bring forth the stories of all the people that we either want to know, think we already know, and to see what really goes on behind the scenes. Tiffany, I'm really excited to see your story unfold.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, guys, I want to thank you guys once again for being on the show. Watch out. You're going to see Open House NL Season 2 hit the airwaves pretty soon. Get on the Google and find out when you guys can tune in. Donnie, when is that show going to hit?
It's every Sunday at 4:30.
Right on. Can't wait. Guys, big round of applause for Tiffany and Donnie.